Okay, let's start by making a new background for our trial line. So first, let's go into our demo trial line. This is the trial line you'll see when you create your new account. We'll go to View, and in List View, we'll go to the rendered view. Just take all these filters off so we can see everything here. And we'll spread it out a bit so that you can see when you load your first trial line, the background on it is a light colored trial line logo. So you can leave that on there if you want. But if you want to get a little fancier and add your own background, I can show you how to do that. So maybe you have like a great picture from your case that you think would be powerful to keep up the whole time, whether you're just working on your case or showing it in mediation or using TrialLine in trial. So let's go to our dashboard. I've created a features test trial line that I'm going to use here to show you how to do this. So we'll just go to View, get out of List View, and go to Render View. And you can see here that I've just put on just a single colored background here. And I'll show you how to change it. But let's say we have a personal injury case and we've got a really great picture of our incident and we want to leave it up. So we're going to go to Edit Settings. And you can do this in the List View as well. And we're going to click Background, and right there we'll see our image. So we're going to click on it to replace it, and I'm going to go in and I'm going to grab from my test folder here the picture of the accident, and I'm going to use that as my background. Click Save Changes, and that'll just take a second to upload to the server. Now if we go and view our features test trial line again, we're going to see there is the picture of our accident. And so no matter where we go on the timeline, it stays fixed. So sometimes I think these pictures are just like a little bright and a little distracting. And so what I recommend is putting over them what we call opacity. And so if you have someone who works on documents in your office, or maybe have a little graphic design experience yourself, I like to use a program called Photoshop to put some opacity on top of these images just to dull them a little bit so that they're not so bright and distracting. So I'm going to show you how to do that real quick too. I'm going to minimize this and I'm going to go into my trial line demo. I'm going to grab my bus accident picture here and I'm just going to drag it into Photoshop. In Photoshop, I'm going to take my selection tool, cover the entire photo, go to Layers, create a new layer. Then I'm going to come over here to my color selection tool, hit white, grab my bucket, boom, dump that on top of there. Now with that top layer selected, I'm going to go to the opacity here. I'm going to enter 50%, click enter, and then I'll get this off there. And you can see now the image is less bright. I'm going to deselect it just so we can see it. And now I'm going to save this as a JPEG, save as, and we're going to call this bus accident -50 for 50% opacity. Go to the JPEG, make sure it's in my demo folder, and save. I know there's one there already, but we'll replace it. Say OK. Minimize this. Let's bring this back up. So just keep a mental note of what this looks like here. We're going to swap it out with the 50% opacity. Edit Settings, Background, click on that image. In our folder, we're going to go to Bus Accident 50, which is the new image we just created. Hit Save Changes. Let that upload for a moment. Then we're going to go back to the view. We're going to render out our trial line. And now we're going to see that the new trial line with 50% opacity on top of it is there. And that makes it a little less bright, a little less in your face, but still gives you the effect of having a great image as your background.